don't see it going.
I'm in.
It's going.
Ta-da! Put that on a bit. 5 people.
Including us.
Including us. Maybe I should move that camera over just a tad.
No, it's fine.
Give me a bit. 4 people. Who are you?
10 people.
Hello. How many people are there? Say hello in the chat. In case you can't tell, we've never done this before, ever.
This is strange.
First time going live. It's also in portrait because for some reason I could not get it to go in landscape.
Wow.
11 people.
Yay!
People actually joined in. We'll just wait for a few more people. A few more people to join.
Where'd you get your necklace?
Say hello. If you're watching live, let us know where you're watching from.
Hi.
11 people.
Oh no, 10. Quick, let's crack on with it before they all go.
Yeah. Right, so we decided to do this live. We've never done a live before. We want to connect with you guys a bit more, have a bit of community going, so we thought we'll give this a bit of a go. So we reached out to you guys on Instagram, on Facebook, I think, and on the YouTube community. See if you guys have any questions for us. So we wanted to answer those for you guys live. Just have a bit of a chat with you if you want. Feel free to drop us any questions whilst we're going. We'll answer things on the fly. And then we've also just got like some updates as well, like things coming up on the channel, things that we've been up to, things that you can look forward to as well. So we'll probably start off with those.
Right, so yeah.
We got notes and everything. Should we talk about why there isn't a video this week?
Yeah, so basically this week is a postponed birthday weekend for me. So we've been out and about and a bit busy this weekend, and so
yeah, we had a busy few days filming, which is why there isn't a video out tonight. Obviously, normally for you guys that follow us regularly, we drop videos every 2 weeks. Currently, we do fortnightly videos, and we couldn't quite squeeze in this week's video. We were going to drop some unseen footage from the Isle of Skye. For those of you who've seen our first Isle of Skye video that came out a few weeks back, we basically had a load more footage from there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We actually did quite a bit more on that trip, a lot more than what we showed you on the video. The main video that we put out for you guys, I think, was like sort of like a top 5 locations, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Top 5 places to see in the Isle of Skye, and that was based on the trip that we had. But we also did a lot more on that trip, and we went to a lot sort of smaller locations as well, not so touristy, sort of off the beaten track a little bit. So we wanted to release some of that footage as well. So we are now sat on that vlog. It didn't come out quite in time, but that'll come out soon, hopefully.
Yeah, because we did some nice little bits that I kind of wish would make the top 5, but you know, it is what it is, and it
Yeah, so
will be another video for another time.
when we went to Scotland, we didn't just film on the Isle of Skye either. We also went to the Glencoe area, and I've been wanting to go there for years, take some pictures there and enjoy it. And we did some spontaneous things up in the Glencoe region, so that features in the video as well. So you can look forward to that when that comes out. Speaking of filming and doing videos, the past 4 days now, since like 5 days,
Since Wednesday.
since Wednesday evening, we were actually over in Wales. We've had another trip. We're not going to reveal a load of details about that, but we managed to squeeze 2 vlogs out of this trip. We went to North Wales in the Snowdonia region.
Well, if you've been following our stories on Instagram, you might actually see what we potentially got up to on that trip. So, yeah, if you haven't already seen us on Instagram, head over to that and you can see what we're getting up to.
There's some sneak peeks.
Yeah.
There's some small bits and bobs on there of what we've been up to. We're really looking forward to showing you guys the videos. We've got 2. I mean, I've got to edit them yet, but they're pretty unique accommodations that we stayed in. We did some fun activities as well.
Yeah.
So yes, you've got those to look forward to. So should we answer some of these questions?
So someone traveling with crow's feet asked,
Hello.
what video software do you use and why? Well, we actually use Adobe Premiere Pro.
I do.
I mean, I used it at university because that's what I kind of studied in, like the video side of things. But you're like the video editor, so I guess it just made sense to.
Yeah, I mean, we use PC for editing on. We don't use Mac. Premiere Pro on Windows for us was just a good fit. That's what I'd seen a lot of other video creators using. It was super easy to pick up. I think anyone could probably get their hands on it. Let us know if you do vlogs as well, or if you've ever used Premiere Pro, or if you don't use Premiere Pro, what do you use for editing? Because I know there's a lot of other software out there. So yeah, for us it was just a good fit. And over like the past year or so, when we have been doing vlogs, just slowly over time got comfortable with it, really. Haven't we?
Yeah. And
What else we got?
Shardy and Heidi asked, do you guys have normal jobs or do you do YouTube full time? We both have very normal jobs. I work
We
in
do.
tourism and
Which is a good fit.
yeah.
I work in the games industry. I test games all day for a living, and then we do YouTube part time, don't we?
Weekends.
Yeah.
Or maybe after work if we can fit it in.
Yeah. Now that the winter nights are kind of drawing in a little bit, it's getting darker.
Makes it a bit harder to film.
It does.
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit harder for us to film. Over the summer, we've had a really good run heading out into the Peak District. Obviously, you've seen loads of our trips. We did a lot of spots at sunset. We like to make the Peak District look its best, and it looks its best at sunset. So a lot of our videos over the past couple of months now have featured somewhere with a sunset. That's just getting less and less possible now, isn't it?
Yeah, so it looks like we'll have to get up earlier and make those early starts.
Sunrise instead of sunset.
Yeah.
So yeah, for now, hello. Excuse the noise outside. So yeah, we have full-time jobs basically, and YouTube is currently on the side. Who's next?
Tom Topics.
Harrison.
What van are you?
For some reason.
Oh no.
Are we still live? We are still live. Yeah, so thanks for your question, Harrison, Mr. Topics. By the way, if you've not seen Tom Topics' channel and you check it out, he's a lovely chap. He does similar content to based in the Peak District. He does a lot of content in and around Buxton, which is a place that we've not been to yet. Not on the channel officially, anyway.
No.
So if you like sort of walking videos in and but yeah, the van.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a video all unto itself. In fact, it definitely will be.
Yeah.
But we might get a mixed opinion. Over the past year or so, you've seen a lot of our adventures in Merlin, our van, and if you've not, we've got a few van life videos out on the channel, so you guys can check those out. But we've slowly come to this realization realization that ideally for the content that we want to put out and for the trips take, Merlin is just ever so slightly too small. We want to bring Raisin, our pug, along with us a bit more as well.
The van is so tiny, and like the little space that he's got to sleep underneath the bed is not like amazing. So we're looking to get a slightly bigger van, and we are looking to basically just kit it out ourselves. Hopefully make that was always our plan originally anyway.
It was.
But we ended up getting Merlin.
The thing is, the reason that we got Merlin, the reason that we got the old van that you've seen on the channel is because we did have a Transit or a Sprinter van, something like that. We're going to kit it out ourselves, put a bed in there, put a kitchen in there, and basically ran out of time and to look for more options. And Merlin fit the bill. He was super quirky. He was square and beige, like I said in the video. And we fell in love with that van, basically, didn't we? And we do love Merlin. He's got so much character. I personally love driving him. It's a pain because he's got no power steering. It feels pretty heavy to drive.
Yeah, like trying to get him around the tight corners has been a bit of a faff, and thinking of like taking him up to Scotland would be a bit probably difficult. I don't know. So we're hoping to get something that's a bit more practical and something that's just easier to, get on with. And life's too short, so
it is.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. So we're gonna get and we'll definitely do a video about it as well. Haley said. Are we buffering again? We're probably still live. We are probably still live.
I don't know.
It's because our internet is horrendous. Yeah, probably. Shall we move on?
What's his name going to be then?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we like the name Merlin. I don't know. It's just stuck now. So that's our van name, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So this van is probably going to be a lot bigger. Merlin, the van at the moment, he always had like a bit of a side name as Little Merlin. So a bigger van, it's probably just going to be Big Merlin.
And so the next question is from Zencha, and they say, where is the photo of you in the hammock taken?
Right. When did we take that? That was like yesterday.
Yeah. Let me just see if this is still going.
Should be.
Oh, no connection. Oh, back online.
Back online.
Oh, I didn't even see these.
We're still in.
Oh,
sorry guys, we completely
I didn't even
missed.
see all these questions.
For some reason the chat has just not lit up.
Oh, I can see everyone's questions and hello, I love you.
Hello. Anyway, let's do this one.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll answer those in a sec, shall
we? Yeah.
So a couple of days back, we were in Wales, and we're in this super unique accommodation. Cough, it may be a treehouse, cough, cough. And there's a really nice hammock outside. You might have seen it on Instagram. It was basically, the view from the hammock is incredible. We had some pretty cool coffees in the morning, didn't we? Just hanging out in this hammock, basically up in the trees, up in the canopy. It was just a really nice place to hang out, wasn't it? And I can't wait to put the video together to show you guys, because, well, if you'd seen it, you definitely want to go there yourself. And we'll leave links and everything like that in the description as well, so you can check that place out. But we'll keep tight-lipped about it for now.
Right. So the next one is, if you could.
This is from
AKD Scapes. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be?
You can answer this.
Venice. I do miss Venice and the food, and it's my favourite place. But if it was somewhere new, I'd say Peru. I'd love to go there. That would be amazing, and do the Machu Picchu Inca Trail hike, was it?
Yeah, we definitely we want to do that. We've got big aspirations for the channel. We've got some pretty big goals as well. we've spent sort of like the last 4 or 5 years watching other travel YouTubers. We've watched, these are some channels if you've never seen these guys. We've watched probably the biggest YouTubers are Cara and Nate. They're an American-based couple.
Oh yeah, they did the Everest base camp.
Yeah, they did a trek to Everest base camp.
That was really cool.
We'd like to do that. It's quite a sketchy little plane to get in there to do that.
So Kathmandu.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Other vloggers that we follow are
Flying the Nest.
Yeah, Flying the Nest. So that's Stephen and Jess. They're an Australian-based couple. They do travel videos as well. We watched The Endless Adventure. That's
they're
Eric,
really cool.
Eric and Alison. They're another American-based couple. They're similar age to us, I think. They've been doing it a lot longer. We watch Eamon and Beck. They're a Canadian-based couple. They do a lot of van life, don't they?
Yeah.
So basically, we get a lot of inspiration from all of these channels. And they go everywhere over the world, don't they? But what we're saying, are we going Peru?
I think so. Maybe that would be a cool. I'd like to do a bit of South America.
Yeah. Thing is, right now, obviously we're doing a lot of content in the Peak District. It's probably where most of you know us from. You've probably seen a lot of our Peak District based videos. We do live in the Peak District, so it's on our doorstep. We're super lucky.
Yeah.
So a lot of our content comes from the Peak District, but every now and then we're going to try and dip out to these other places. So like this past weekend, we've been to Wales. You guys have seen our Isle of Skye video. We definitely a lot more of Scotland. And a lot more of the UK in general. But then eventually we are going to start dipping out into Europe and then other places across the world as well. So we'll see where we end up.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Right.
Who's got the next one?
The next one is from Mohammed, and he says, what's one place in the Peak District you think is underrated, and what's one place that you think is overrated?
Didn't we discuss this? And
Yeah.
What we were going to say.
So...
Thank you for your question, by the way, Mohammed.
I think probably for me, the most overrated one is the Monsal Trail. Sorry to Lou and Lowell. That's not the reason why we're not coming. I am genuinely working that weekend. But I think the trail itself is just a bit like monotonous until you get to the viaduct. Then that's when it really opens up. But for how far the trail is and not really much to see along the way until you get to...
Yeah, so if you don't know what the Monsal Trail is, it's basically an old railway line, and you can get on it at multiple places, but we usually do it from Bakewell, and it runs all the way through to a place called Blackwell. So because it's an old railway line, basically the path is completely straight.
Yeah.
It's pretty much straight, isn't it? So it's great for like cycling.
Or if
you can bike it.
I guess if you've got like a disability and you're wheelchair bound, it is probably like good, for that, because it is pretty much flat along the way.
It's very accessible. For us, we've done it. We've walked some of it. We've also cycled some of it. So I think for us, it's kind of like a been there, done that kind of situation.
Yeah.
There are some great views though, and there's some interesting tunnels because it was that old railway. You go through a lot of old tunnels, and then there's some great views out over on some of the viaducts as well. So it is a good walk, but I think because we've been there and done it.
Yeah, although I think there's like some sort of plans that they might be getting rid of the trail. I don't know, but it says, can you turn the mic up?
Let's have a look. Let's look at these.
It says, can you turn the mic up? It's a bit quiet.
Can anyone else not hear us very well? The thing is, this is our first live stream, so I'm literally doing it from my phone. So there isn't a microphone hooked into this. Normally we'll have it with a camera, won't we? But
yeah.
Give me 5 seconds. Come over to Shropshire. Oh, okay.
We just passed through there actually.
Woodside Walker says volume is fine. Cool, thank you. Yeah, we drove through Shropshire today, and it was gorgeous. There were so many nice old quirky buildings, weren't there?
We should get back to this question though. What's
underrated
place in the Peak District?
I can't remember what the hell we said for this.
Hordron Edge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Hordron Edge. So if you guys have seen our top 5 stone circles video in the Peak District, our number it was our number one.
I think
wasn't
it was the number one, yeah.
Number one spot, I think, is a place called Hordron Edge, and it's actually up north in the Peak District. It's next to Bamford Edge, which is another popular spot, and it overlooks Lady Bower Reservoir as well, which is another popular spot. But this was one of those stone circles that we didn't know anything about. It was the first time we went to go visit. It was a really good example of going out. I think it was at the end of the day. We got an amazing sunset. Didn't we?
Yeah.
But just the view out there was incredible, wasn't it? We completely had it to ourselves. If you've not been to Hordron Edge, check it out. Stick it on your map, because honestly, it's worth it. It was literally just us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
much the whole evening.
I think there was maybe like one other person that passed through, but
Yeah.
the views from up there were just like spectacular. You could just like see off into the distance the other hills. I don't know which hill.
was-
Lady Bower.
Yeah, it was down looking over Lady Bower,
yeah.
and basically a very, very nice vista over the Peak District. So
Like, it was amazing for a sunset.
it's not one that you hear about. Like, we've not seen anyone else do a video there. Don't really see many posts. Like, we follow a lot of Peak District posts on like Facebook and Instagram, don't we?
Yeah.
And we haven't seen anyone go there yet. So
yeah.
yeah, check it out if you're in the area.
Oh, thank you to Lulu Joyce for your nice comment.
I think that's it for the questions that you guys put in. Should we have a look through the comments on
yeah.
there? Sorry, we completely missed so many of your guys' comments initially.
Right.
Keep them coming in as well. 'Cause we'll
Dovedale
answer some
stepping
more.
stones is always good for a day out and laugh if so. I would fall into the water. I've got small legs, so I don't really like going to Dovedale. But one, because it's always busy, and then I'm scared in case someone might actually see me fall into the water. So
They are pretty big stepping
Yeah.
stones. Who said that, by the way?
that was Thomas Wilson.
Thomas Wilson. Yeah, we probably will do a video there. Probably going to be one where we're going to go at like 5 in the morning to try and get it all to ourselves, or midweek. If any of you have ever been to Dovedale, you know it's busy, especially if you go like midday on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday. It's almost always chock-a-block,
Yeah.
isn't it? The thing that we try to do with our videos is give the illusion that we're the only people there, and it's often quite a challenge, isn't it, to
Yeah.
actually get that filmed like that.
Especially if it's like a really popular spot and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to get there dead early, and then you turn up and like there's thousands of people already there.
Yeah, which is just the reality of the Peak District. But we want to try and showcase these places to you guys. So the best that we can do is just get up early, really, isn't it?
So someone says, have you been to Ashbourne? Eddie Bush, have you ever visited Ashbourne?
Yes,
Passed through.
we've been. I think we've been a few, maybe a couple times.
There's like the Shrove Tide that they put on, which quite like to see, maybe.
Yeah, let us know if you want to see a vlog of that, because that's a bit mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been there. We've not sort of officially been there on the channel. We've not done any videos there.
We've been like just towards it. Was it Knifeton? And we like stopped off at a pub for some lunch one
Yeah.
time, and that was quite nice.
But Ashbourne's another really nice picturesque place.
Okay. Have you been to Stanwoods? It's beautiful and so many little secrets to discover. Love your channel, Ella Crocker.
Ella Crocker.
Oh.
Stan. What was it called?
Standwoods.
Oh. She lives in a village near Chatsworth. No, we've actually never been there. You'll have to let us know. Throw us a DM on Instagram. We'll check it out. We're well open, by the way, to suggestions for places that you guys want to see. We want to listen to you. Any of your suggestions for future videos on the channel, just let us know.
And we've got Sarah Whittingham. Ever been to Exmoor? Really recommend. No, we've actually not really been down south. Like the furthest we've ever been is like London, but we've not really discovered like
We've done none of
south.
the south of the UK at all. The closest that we get to that is that we saw Exmoor ponies.
Yeah.
If you've not seen that vlog, that kind of died, that vlog,
I
didn't
know,
it?
it was so good.
we went to a fantastic place called Sawcliffe Manor, and
We actually,
they put us up there, didn't they?
Yeah.
We stayed at one of their new cottages. Well, it's in Lincolnshire, isn't it?
yeah, no, Scunthorpe, I think.
Scunthorpe, North Lincolnshire, I think.
Yeah.
And basically, they own quite a large estate, and
I
we
think
did a
they
video.
own
there.
like the whole village as well, by the sounds of
They
it.
own quite a lot. But they've got a nature reserve, and there's a herd of wild Exmoor ponies that just wander around freely.
Yeah.
And that was probably one of the most enjoyable videos that we put together, because we expected to not really get to see them, or we'd
Yeah.
struggle to find them, or if we did see them, they'd be quite far away. But they just came right up to us.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
They came proper up into our faces, didn't they?
They were really like curious, but like they didn't get too close, but you know, they were curious.
So yeah, that's as close as we got to Exmoor. I'm
No,
afraid.
but we do want to go down south, so
Yeah, we've got plenty of future plans. So if you've got any special locations down south, let us know.
and we've got apart from your Insta 360, what else do you film on from Woodside Walker?
Woodside
The-
Walker.
Lady that we walked. Oh, God,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
very bad with names.
We're horrendous, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've met you in real life.
I think her name's Tasha.
We got,
Maybe. I don't know.
we're horrendous
Sorry.
putting names to faces.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah, so our main camera is a Canon EOS M50. It's a pretty decent camera. We're really happy with it. They're only about 600 quid or so, aren't they? Ish,
Yeah.
I think, brand new. So we decided we're going to invest in the channel, because towards the start of when we were doing videos, we were just filming them on the phone. Probably
Yeah.
like a lot of people start doing YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. The best camera is the one that you've got on you, and that's absolutely true. But our main camera is a Canon M50. Just bought a brand new lens for that, so we finally got a telescopic lens as well, so we can finally zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, and
see some
hopefully
wildlife.
capture some wildlife.
Yeah, obviously we got the Insta 360, like you said. We love using that. Kind of thought that'd be one of those things that we buy and then it just gathers dust, but we've used it in every single vlog since we bought it.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to use because it's on a massive stick. It actually edits that stick out so you can't see it. So it actually looks like a drone shot, and I think we've probably fooled quite a few people thinking that we're flying drones where we probably shouldn't be, or inside somewhere tight.
Yeah. It was Tasha.
It was Tasha.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Tasha. Sorry, Tasha. Other than that, and speaking of drones, we do have a Mavic Mini, and that's a proper little workhorse. They're about £400. If you don't have one of those and you're looking to invest in a drone, I'd get the Mavic Mini 2, because that came out, I think, last year. It's not been out too long, but it handles the wind a hell of a lot better. Our Mavic Mini gets us some fantastic shots, but it's a bit skittish in the wind. Isn't it? What else have we got? I think that's about it, isn't it?
Just for camera gear.
Yeah.
I think so.
Got a GoPro, but we don't use
Oh
that.
yeah, that's like years old. I got you that for when you was on the bike.
Yeah. I think what we've landed on now is a nice group of kit.
Yeah.
We still do a bit of juggling. Like, I'll have a camera in one hand and a drone in the other, and then we're trying to get sticks out of
Yeah.
a bag and set up tripods. And I think there's a fine balance somewhere when you're out vlogging. Otherwise, it just becomes a bit of a
Yeah. So Matt Hinkley says the Roaches, Rockall Cottage, and the old zoo. Plus, there used to be wallabies there when I started rock climbing there.
Yes, there did. Who said that? Matt Hinkley.
Matt Hinkley.
Matt Hinkley. Well, funny story. We were actually going to go and vlog the Roaches last weekend. Weren't
Yeah.
we? Didn't
I
happen.
come down with a massive cold, and
We both did.
you did
We.
straight after me.
I think it was going around in the news as well that everyone was going to get this horrendous cold, and that's
And we
exactly what
did.
we got. We had a cold that knocked us on our feet for about a fortnight, basically.
I know, and then it was just like, oh, we're having to take all these tests, and it turns out it wasn't COVID or anything. So thank God for
No.
that, because we was going away. So
Yeah, and we are double jabbed. But yeah, the Roaches, we basically had the whole vlog planned, didn't we?
yeah,
We know exactly what we want to do. We've got all of the locations that we want to see and showcase for you guys. So yeah, sneak
we'll
peek.
go
That's
back.
it's definitely going to happen,
Yeah.
isn't it? Has anyone ever been to the Roaches and it's not been windy?
Oh my god! Like when we went, and then I was like actually blown off, and I had to hold on to that little rail.
It's super windy up there. I've never been there and it's not been windy. Let us know in the chat if you've ever been to the Roaches and it's not been windy, because we can lean up against it. Can't
Yeah. Right. So Woodside Walker, Tasha bought one of I think it was Insta360 on our recommendation.
we? Oh, really?
I think so. Is it the Insta360 that you bought, Tasha? Question. Nick J. Sykes says, what's the one bit of hiking gear you can't live without? And also, can you shout out for my girl Shelley? Hi Shelley.
Hello, Shelley. Hiking gear? I don't know. We don't have a load of hiking gear, do we?
No. I mean, we've got a little hiking boots.
We get told off for not wearing walking boots in the Peak District. Well, you do anyway.
Olivia's.
They come at us in the comments. It's a fair comment, to be fair. Yeah, we both don't have a load of hiking gear, do we?
No.
We bought some fairly decent coats a little while back, didn't we?
Yeah.
When we did Kinder Scout. If you guys have seen our Kinder Scout video, you would have seen those. Because it got pretty cold up there. I imagine it's even colder up there now, actually. We don't have any sort of go-to...
No. I mean, if you're doing like long distance walking, then obviously you're going to need like your maps and your guide books if you're doing like a
stuff.
Specific trail,
Yeah.
just so that you've got some sort of sense of direction and you know where you're gonna go.
We only recently bought OS maps for both the light and the dark peak, and I've already had a massive use out of them. But you hear so often people just going off up onto Kinder Scout and up over the moors. They've got no map, they've got no compass, they've not told anyone where they've gone, they're wearing trainers, they're in a t-shirt. And then Mountain Rescue has to come out and rescue them.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to be incredibly well prepared if you're going to go on something like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so to direct your question, we don't really have a go-to bit of hiking gear.
I mean, if you have any and you could recommend something that we might, need, let us know. I've been travelling in garage and my engine let go.
Mark Tyler says, I'll be happy travelling again. My van in the garage. I was in Lincolnshire and my engine let... Oh, mate. Yeah. You know what? We've been quite lucky with van life. Merlin broke down catastrophically and his radiator blew out. His engine coolant reservoir completely exploded out the bottom. And all of that happened on our drive. We'd just been down to Derby, haven't we?
And you'd you'd had look at the belts and stuff, and I think it was all coincidental. It was so old, and it was probably overdue. A lot of things. It had been sat for 7 years on someone else's drive, or so-called barn find. I think it was just overdue. A lot of important things to keep it going, and then it just so happened that when we got on our drive, it gave out. Something had happened, and
there's a whole vlog there for you guys in the future, because I call it the radiator saga. We were days away from going out on a big trip somewhere, and
it was the next day, wasn't it?
I think it was pretty much the next day, and just these major components in his van just blew out. So Mark, we feel you. Let us know what van you've got as well. Is it as old as ours? Because ours is 30 years old.
You still got your scooters.
Have we still got me?
Yeah.
Yes, we've got our scooters. We don't get to use them that often. They were how much were they? They were £100 each. We decided we're going to invest in the channel. We're going to get these scooters.
Took our wages on these scooters.
It was actually... when we went to Mamtor and we went down the trails on those, it was so much fun.
Yeah. I'd like to do that again, but maybe something that isn't so...
knobbly bobbly.
Yeah, knobbly bobbly. Maybe the High Peak Trail I'd like to give a go.
Yeah, leave your suggestions down below for any sort of trails that you'd wanted to see that might be scooter friendly. We've got nothing against like mountain bikes or anything. We probably will do some mountain biking at some point.
Sarah Whittingham says, got a dash, looking forward to your next vlog. See you later.
See you. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Take your scooters on the Monsell trail.
I mean, we can. It's like from Bakewell to Blackwell, it's 8 miles.
Just imagine doing that on one leg.
Now, if you're on a push bike, 8 miles is nothing. You can probably cycle it in what, an hour or so. Probably.
These aren't like electric scooters. They're just like regular scooters with big wheels. Yeah,
like neither of us have been on a scooter since we're probably about 10. So after pushing on one of those things for a while, it gets to you. Doesn't it? But yeah, Monsell Trail is not a bad shout.
So, how do you decide where you're going and plan your adventures? Usually it's like day before, isn't it?
We've become proper last minute Larrys.
Yeah.
No. Well, so to be fair, we have a big list of locations that we want to go. The Peak District is a big place, and we've got so many ideas, haven't we? We've got so many vlog ideas coming up. I recently bought the long lens for the Canon because one of the things that we think is lacking on the channel is sort of the wildlife side of things. We do a lot of hiking and walking, don't we, over all these incredible views and vistas and hills. But there's a lot of wildlife in the Peak District as well, and I'd like to get out and maybe do some vlogs for some of the deer. There's a lot of deer in the Peak District.
Yeah.
It's rutting season at the moment. I'd like to get out pretty soon and do that.
And even mountain hares.
Yeah, apparently there's mountain hares up on the moors, possibly sort of in and around Kinder Scoutway.
Apparently they are the only ones that are in England. Is it in England?
Yeah, so mountain hares all died off in the Ice Age, I think, and I think some of them survived in Scotland, but there was none in England, and then I think they were reintroduced into the Peak District. I can't remember when. It might have been sort of the 60s or 70s. But there's a very, very small population of mountain hares, and obviously they turn white in winter as well.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go out and film and do something like that. We also are aware of there's a few bothies in the Peak District.
That'll be cool to
well, there's sort of bothies, or they might be old hunting cabins, but there's a few old buildings littered around the Peak District, sort of in the middle of nowhere, and we'd like to do a vlog checking those out as well. So yeah, there's plenty in the tank. We just keep coming up with ideas, and we just don't have enough time to film it all. So
Garage said it was terminal when they took the head off in 2 pieces. I've got a long wheelbase, high top, LDV convoy on a 50 watt plate.
Oh mate. Mark Tyler. What did it say it was? It was a long
wheelbase and a high top.
That's no how you get on driving a long wheelbase, because Merlin is short wheelbase. And Merlin is also the only van I've ever driven, and he's quite a bit bigger than a car. But we're probably looking at maybe getting a long wheelbase at some point. And to me right now, that feels like getting an 18-wheeler. Getting it around all the tight Peak District turns. So you'll have to let us know how you got on. But sorry to hear about your engine. That is not great.
We've been there. Your mum and dad have been there.
Yeah, we've had some bad times with vans in the family.
The hill from Black Rocks to High Peak Junction.
Yeah. We've done some of that though, haven't we? Did we do Black Rocks? Have we filmed Black Rocks? We have.
We filmed Black Rocks.
Last year sometime. It'll probably be an older video now, but we went to Cromford, didn't we? There was a Christmas market on, and we filmed some of Black Rocks. We also recently went on a walk with Lou and Lol to Black Rocks. If you're not familiar with Lou and Lol, they're another great Peak District based. Well, they do a lot of videos in the Peak District. Don't they?
Yeah. It's mainly Peak District.
It's mainly Peak
mainly
District.
Peak District.
You can't retake on it. No. Yeah, so check out Lou and Lol's channel, because they're another good channel. They do a lot of good walking videos on the Peak District as well. And we recently went on a walk with them at Black Rocks.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice up there, isn't it? There's some pretty decent views. I like Black Rocks because it's so varied as well. There's a lot of different woodland up at the top. There's Cromford Moor up at the top. The views down into Matlock Bath from Black Rocks are pretty incredible as well.
Yeah. Right, so future vlog ideas and collab.
Yeah, so we've kind of touched on vlog ideas a little bit, but we're also potentially doing a collab as well. We mentioned Mr. Tom Topics earlier, another Peak District based YouTuber. Tom's kindly, well, he's not called Tom, is he? Tom, we keep calling you Tom, mate.
Mr. Tom.
Mr. Tom Topics. Harrison is his name. He kindly invited us out to maybe film something together, so we might be doing some collabs in the future as well. If there's anyone else that you want to see us do collabs with, let us know. If you want to do a collab with us, let us know.
We've never done a collab with anyone.
Yeah, we've never really done collabs, so it'll be a whole new ball game for us.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Oh yeah, talk about van situation.
Yeah, we made some notes for this. We also talked, we might want to do merch at some point. Let us know if that's something that you want to see. We did tease this on Instagram, didn't we?
As a joke.
Almost as a bit of a joke on Instagram. But we've been thinking about it more and more, and we think that a lot of our videos are getting to a nice quality now, fairly high quality, and we want maybe some merch to match. Even if that's just
like
sort of
beanies or something.
Yeah, maybe like a bit of a winter line with some nice hats, hoodies, things like that. So if there's anything like that that maybe you guys would be interested in, let us know. But it's early doors yet, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've got the long wheelbase Vivario and it drives fab. Been to the Outer Hebrides and the roads, they're very tiny. You won't have a problem with long wheelbase.
Cool. Outer Hebrides, mate, that is a long way away. Where did you drive from to get to the Outer Hebrides? We definitely want to do that, and we will probably be doing that in a long wheelbase. So that gives me a bit of confidence, I suppose. Cool, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Seeing Tom Topics. What else we got here?
I must be one of the lucky ones as my LDV was galvanised dip, so no rust anywhere.
No rust. I wish I could say that about Merlin.
Thank you, Joe.
If you could divide the peaks into sections, how would you do it so a walker could base in one area and grab
a good selection of the walks to go at?
The thing is, we've done a lot of the White Peak so far, haven't we?
It's because you live.
And we live in the White Peak area. We don't live in the Dark Peak area. So I think where would be a good hub for that?
I don't know.
I think if you look,
Castleton's
yeah,
a nice
I was going to say
area.
Castleton. If you look at the Peak District on the map, Castleton is kind of central. So you're probably very well placed there. I would probably place a divide there, in between the Light Peak and the Dark Peak, and you can pretty much grab from bags on both sides of the fence there. Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah. Dovestone Res is epic. Also, Black Hill would make good vids for you too. From Graham Barker.
Not been there, Graham. That sounds cool though. I have heard of Dovestone Reservoir actually. You'll have to remind us where that is. I've not been up that way, I don't think. Same with Black Hill actually.
Carl could model her fab bobble hats.
Mate, this is the only hat I wear. I think this is in probably about 95% of our videos. I do have
made
hair.
your hat.
You did, yeah.
You've
I
been
don't know
wearing
how-
that.
don't know where that is, actually. There'll be plenty more hats coming out on the channel, that's for sure. It's getting pretty cold now. What else we got?
Just to say,
Congratulations on your marriage. We've emailed support before, but again, we really enjoy your videos. So do keep them coming. John and Liz, Wilmslow, Cheshire. Near the Dark Peak. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
John and Liz. Yes, we are married now.
Yay.
We have rings and everything. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. What's still only one like? Is that all we've got?
Oh well, never mind.
We only have one like. So one of the other things that we wanted to talk about is we didn't really make a video sort of celebrating our first year on YouTube, but that was a big milestone that recently passed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When was it? It was like August time.
No, it technically
September?
it was September. I think we set up the channel in August, but we didn't put our first video out until September.
Probably because we were really scared. But we wanted to just sort of touch on it, and it's a big celebration for us. We started this channel in the middle of a pandemic, which is bonkers and horrendous timing on our part.
Yeah.
But we still managed to pull it out of the bag a little bit.
I think it was mainly to like
I'm gonna nick your drink.
my Coke.
Yeah, cheers.
It was mainly to like, I guess when we was going through lockdown and we could only go out locally, we weren't even allowed to see our families. So I guess it was a nice way of sending them like little videos, and we kind of thought, well, life's too short. Why not just give it a go and just have fun?
We spent so many years watching other travel YouTubers. We'd sit on the sofa, we'd be eating our dinner, and we'd watch these other travel couples just traveling the world and having a hell of a lot of fun. A lot of them getting paid to do it. And we just came to the realization that life's too short, isn't it? And why not give it a go? So it was hard at first. It was excruciating. For anyone that's never tried vlogging, it's bonkers. You look like an alien. I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, making sure that there's a man 2 miles away. He might see us, and we're still kind of like that a little bit today, aren't we? It's not something that you can just pick up straight away.
I think like as a positive, it's got us to like explore our front door and just get out a lot more instead of just being sat on the sofa every weekend, just like not doing anything and letting life pass you by. It's there's a positive out of doing it for us.
We owe so many experiences and so many new places that we've been to visit to YouTube, because when you do go on YouTube, you have this slight pressure to put out videos every couple of weeks. So we're always having to come up with new ideas and like where to go next and what to do next. And it's got us out of the house, hasn't it, really?
Yeah.
But to keep it going for a whole year, we're a little over 3,000 subs now.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. We hear so many times off other people like, that's a really good place to be in. You know, it took me a year just to get to 1,000 subscribers or whatever. So we're massively grateful for every single one of you. It's kind of also part of why we want to do one of these lives as well, so we can get to sort of kind of hang out and chat with you guys as well a little bit.
Yeah.
And just help build that community even more. We're looking forward to bringing even more people on as we go.
Okay, I love your channel, beautifully edited videos, love the bloopers at the end, was great to meet you both. It was lovely to meet you too. And that was from Tasha. Yeah,
there's probably going to be plenty more bloopers coming. There's never really a vlog that we don't have bloopers, is there?
Mark Tyler says, it's my 24th wedding anniversary today. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mark. We're like 2 months into our wedding marriage.
Black Hill is on the Pennine Way, high up in the Dark Peak. South Yorkshire Dovestone is like to the left if you look at the map.
Right, okay. And that's from Graham Barker. Thanks.
Pennine Way is a really hard walk. Like 200 miles.
We might go up and check it out.
Yeah. Maybe that should be like a challenge for us.
I recognise Graham Barker actually. I think you comment quite a lot on some of our videos.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. He does.
That's another really cool thing that we've enjoyed and sort of didn't anticipate.
My phone's dying.
You have to get a charge. You have to grab a charge. Just seeing you guys come in every week on all of our videos and seeing regular people commenting, it's just been brilliant, hasn't it? You plugging in?
I'm plugging in.
We're running out of battery.
Are coastal paths on your agenda? That's from Watchford Pilot.
Yes. Probably not straight away, if we're honest. Our grand plan, maybe for a little way off in the future when we've got a slightly bigger van, is to do a lot more bigger trips, get out there for longer. We'd like to do a lot of the coastal paths and routes around Scotland. We will eventually sort of make our way around the whole UK, but we'll probably start north because that's where the hills are bigger.
I do quite like Anglesey. That is beautiful, like the coastline and everything.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice place
Yeah.
as well, wasn't it?
Any questions that come through when you're on
I
YouTube?
think we're about there.
NC 500 in Scotland.
That was the plan. It never happened. Who said that?
That was Woodside
Woodside
Walker
Walker.
again.
Yeah, so that was part of our plan when we first bought Merlin, and then his engine exploded. So,
It was like a reverse of that, wasn't it?
yeah, I think we're going to do it backwards. I can't remember why.
No, we were going to go up to Skye and then Harrison Lewis,
Oh yeah,
and then make our way back down the west. But it never
Yeah.
really happened.
It's going to be a grand tour. That will happen in the future. It's definitely going to happen. Just not just yet.
So you guys do you have any plans to go up to Scotland? Do you recommend anywhere we should go? Just
Yeah, because we don't
maybe-
really know where we're going. There's a lot of the main touristy places that we'd like to visit, but we like to showcase places off the beaten path as well if we can. So yeah, Loch Ness, make it seem messy. If you can survive the midges, yeah, maybe.
Oh God, yeah.
If you go back up, I'm hiding in your van boot. Says Woodside Walker. You're quite welcome. Give it a go.
Well, I think that's probably about it.
It is. We plan to do this for probably 15 minutes, and it's gone on
Oh God, yeah, it's gone on for like nearly.
quite a bit. Hi, oh yeah. Mike Ramsey says, "Hi both. Love your videos. Do you worry about your view stats? You had one video with 140k, but your recent videos don't have." Yeah. Yeah.
We're not too worried about the view stats.
We're not. So the one you're talking about is our top 10 Peak District destinations video.
That did amazing.
We're low key incredibly proud of that. There's a story behind that as well, and that we may as well do it while we're on live. We'll give you guys more content. So because we started our channel in lockdown, we couldn't go anywhere. For the biggest period of time, we couldn't go out and film anything.
Yeah, no, I
Now-
think we filmed like maybe 2 or 3 vlogs before like the UK went into like a full-on lockdown in like October.
Yeah, and then we were completely stuck for content, and we came up with some bonkers ideas. We were going to do like cooking shows in the van. We were going to do weird stuff inside, and it just didn't feel right. But I had purchased the Mavic Mini drone probably about 6 months before that. I'd been out all over the Peak District, largely by myself actually, because I may or may not have had another YouTube channel, which is a massive disaster, and we won't go into that.
No.
But I was basically sat on a ton of footage of loads of places around the Peak District, and we thought, why not put that into a video? We can't go out right now, so we'll just
Yeah.
put a video together of the footage that we've got, and basically the top 10 Peak District destinations video was born. I would say that since then we've been to so many other better places than that's on that top 10. So our views have definitely changed on that a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
But that's how that video was born, and probably about 2 weeks after it went out,
About a month.
it just took off. We still don't really know what happened, do we?
No, no idea.
I'm assuming someone shared it on Facebook. Maybe one of the walking groups picked it up,
Don't know.
and then
We'll never know.
someone else shared it, and someone else shared it, and before we knew it, it was just going bonkers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Our regular videos now are doing about 700 to 1,000 views within about the first week,
Yeah.
which is really healthy for a channel of our size. We think
Yeah.
we're quite proud of it, aren't we? But yeah, there's quite a disparity there between that and the top 10. I think the top 10 videos sort of sat now around about 146k, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going anywhere anymore.
No, I think it's like kind of.
I think it's run its course. But yeah, we don't freak out over our stats, do we? A little bit. Not really.
No, because we're doing it for fun at the minute, so.
I think that's the best way to be. You've just got, if you're going onto YouTube and you're making videos,
Just do it for fun.
do it for fun. You know that you're never going to get consistent behaviour with YouTube. The algorithm's always changing. It's kind of part and parcel of it. What we've found, what other people have said, has run true with us, whereby we've put so much work and effort into some of our videos, and just no one watches them. Or they don't.
Yeah.
They just bomb, don't they?
Yeah.
And then we'll put less effort into other videos or things that we don't think are going to be popular, and they just skyrocket. People love it. So if you are on YouTube and you're worrying about stats and things, don't worry about it. You might just put a video out next week and it'll just go bonkers.
What places in the UK would you recommend when I get the van back? I want to stay in the UK while the engine is running in. I really enjoyed Skye.
Yeah.
And there was loads of like vans up there, like people just doing van life up there. I think because like everyone goes to the Peak District because it's kind of central and easy to get to, but I think the drive up to Skye is like well worth it. It is basically the Peak District on steroids.
It's Scotland condensed into one island, basically. Maybe you've already been to Skye. I don't know. You'll have to let us know.
It's just there's so many like things about Skye, like the different things that you can like see, and it's just I don't know, got a bit of everything.
For when we filmed our video, if you've not seen it, go check it out on the channel. But we really wanted to go in Merlin. Really wanted to go in the van. And it just didn't happen, did it? I can't remember why it didn't happen now. Why didn't we go in Merlin?
I don't know.
Trust issues, probably.
No, I think it needed a fuse putting in or something, and we got the indicators working in the end.
Something was wrong with him, so we hired a car, which was cool. We saw so many vans, and we even saw other Renault Traffics.
Yeah.
So we're a bit gutted, really. So yeah, if you can go to Skye, go to Skye and do it for us.
Right, and so keep at the vids, you will get big eventually from Graham. Thank you, Graham.
Thank you, Graham.
Lou and Lol. Hi, Lou and Lol. If you could name your most favourite place in the world, where would it be?
Who says this?
It's Lou and Lol.
Lou and Lol. Hello to both of you, by the way. My favourite place in the world? Venice.
Yeah.
So, we've been to Venice in Italy 12 times now?
12 times, yeah.
12 times over about 8 years. Sometimes we've been 2 times in a year, 3 times in a year. It got a bit mad, didn't it?
Yeah.
We're a little bit obsessed with Venice and Italy.
I think the reason why is because like everyone thinks Venice is like so expensive to go to. But we were getting like flights for like, what, 12 quid return?
Yeah, if you're willing to fly Ryanair. But if you've not been to Venice in Italy, you need to get it on your bucket list because it's so unique of a place. It is for us.
There's no like you can't drive around it. You have to walk to where you want to go to, or you can take a water taxi or water bus. So I think that's kind of like what makes it a bit different.
It's a very romantic city. We love the architecture in Venice.
It's such a safe place as well.
It's shabby chic, isn't it, over there? But yeah, we've spent so many evenings walking around Italy in the dark.
Yeah.
So, you know, kicking on for midnight, gone midnight.
Yeah, I couldn't feel any safer.
And Venice, if you didn't know, is basically just full of alleys. Lots of dark alleyways zigzagging your way across the city, which normally you'd probably avoid in the UK because there's probably going to be a load of chavs down there drinking.
Yeah. Instead, you've got Italians like sipping on wine.
Fine wines in soups and things like that. So yeah, probably Venice.
Okay, currently living in the van life in Derbyshire, and videos you've helped me loads to explore. Have you been to Goyt Valley near Buxton?
No,
No.
we haven't. Again, another great place. Tom Topic's channel, he's covered that quite extensively, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We've not been there ourselves, so we're gonna have to go and check it out now, aren't we?
Yeah.
He says living in his van in Derbyshire.
Yeah.
Mate,
Oh no, living the van life. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
living the dream life.
So Mark Tyler, the furthest north I've been is York, and I'm based in Herefordshire. We were just driving past there today.
Yeah.
Saw signs for it.
York's pretty cool though, isn't it? We would highly recommend getting those. What are they? Yorkshire.
Oh, the Yorkshire wraps.
There's
Yorkshire
a place.
pudding wrap.
What's it called?
It's called the York Roast Company.
That's it. In the middle of York.
And
they
you
do.
basically got a Sunday dinner.
It's a Sunday dinner in like a wrap that's wrapped
Yorkshire
up in a
pudding.
Yorkshire pudding. It's incredible. If you've been there, let us know. We'll probably do a video for York at some point as well, won't we?
I want to go to Venice. Don Florence, can you convince my wife Deb to go to Venice? She won't go because of the mask. No, you need to go because of
Venice. Go to Venice.
Like you used to be a mask maker because of Venice.
Yeah, that's another story, isn't it? Yeah, so in another life, I used to make masks, Venetian masks, and that is all because we went to Venice so many years ago. I came home and I was just buzzing off of it, and I had to know I did it. Ended up working it out, ended up making a lot of masks. A lot of them were horrendous at the start. But ended up making like a small, I don't know, I guess you call it a profitable hobby on Etsy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we became really good friends with some proper OG mask makers in Venice.
Yeah, there's one guy called Sergio Baldwin, and he actually has his whole family hand making these Venetian masks. The masks were actually originally used for the Venetian balls back in like, I don't know, 1700s.
It was a while ago.
And then like the balls eventually they came to a stop, and that kind of came like out of fashion. And then I think like round about the 60s they sort of like brought it back to life, and Sergio actually became one of the most famous mask makers in the world. We've got a few of his masks. His masks were featured on Eyes Wide Shut, which is like a bit of a weird film, but it's got it's a film that features Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. If you want to watch that, yeah, it's a bit of a weird film.
It's a bit of a weird film from the 90s. If you don't like masks, sorry, we've got a crap
But we
ton of
just
them.
really appreciate the effort that goes into making them, because
So in and around Venice, there are very, very few real mask makers. You'll find them, they're normally the smallest shops in tiny little corners. There's normally an old little guy whittling away making them. But they're all completely handmade. They're actually paper mache. And the way that they do them is they sculpt a face in clay first. They then mould that in plaster. And then they put a special type of paper called cartolana into the mould. And then what they pull out is the finished mask. And we just really appreciate the art for them, don't we? And
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons that we ended up loving Venice. That and the food and the pizza.
right. We did our first internet-based holiday in Florence, then the train to Venice. Oh, so worth it, definitely.
We did Florence, didn't we?
Yeah, love Florence.
Florence was incredible.
Verona is also, I'd say, up there, one of my favourite places in Italy.
How was your experience with the railways? Because we got on really well, considering it was all in Italian and we speak very poor Italian. We had a really good time, didn't we?
Mike Ramsey, there's lots of people doing similar touring videos on YouTube. Do you have any ideas to stand out from the crowd?
What,
We don't really watch like a lot of like Peak District videos, do we? So, well, you know, other than like the people that we come into contact with, we watch theirs and we quite enjoy it. But
At the
we just
moment,
kind of-
our goal is quality, not quantity.
yeah,
And I think that's working for us at the moment. our ideal time out when we go to vlog is we'll get there pretty early doors, don't we? We'll try and get the place all to ourselves. We'll try and have loads of hours of just spare time to hang out, chill out, and just film the best video that we can. Trying to get creative with different camera angles, using the Insta360. If there's any other like quirky cameras and different tools that come out in the future, we'll pick those up as well if it makes sense for the videos. Our main goal with these videos is to try and give you guys some actual usable knowledge as well. You do see, granted, you're correct, you do see a lot of like travel couples just like dancing around. They're overly attractive and they're just like, it's basically like a glossy magazine that you watch, and we want to give a little bit more substance to our videos. So
it's like we like, you know, Lou and Laws do a really good job of like researching the history of things and stuff, which we're not like so great at, are we? We try and get like the basic facts in, but we always try and work towards like I guess, you know, try and, I don't know what I'm saying.
Cut. Oh, can't do it. No, I think what you're saying is we're just trying to put more effort into our videos. We do research ahead of time. We don't just show up at these places and pick up a camera and say, look guys, look where we are. We always try and put a bit of time and effort into putting research into all these places that we go. If there's any interesting facts in history on the places, we're going to try and show you guys what the facilities are like. Like, is there a car park? Are there toilets? Can you get refreshments? When's the best time to go? Is there a bad time to go? We're going to try and just put as much value into our videos as possible, really. That's how we're going to try and stand out.
Love the masks. I love to do during Carnival, but they freaked Deb out. Those masks are amazing.
Not for everyone.
I think if you're passionate about what you're filming, that comes out and makes you different to others. Yeah, I think that is true. You just try not to like copy anyone else, really. I think that's the main takeaway from anything, is just like do what you feel like you want to do and just go along with it. That's what we've been doing all this time, so I guess it's working out so far.
We're doing all right.
Pre-booked and just gone Squeezy Jet Pizza onwards by train. Sunday returns that save the cost of an airfare. Oh yeah, that's what we did.
Squeezy Jet, I've never read.
I'm up in Skegness next week and I'm going to have a look at what I can visit and get the van back. Skeggy.
Well, we did go to Skeg, didn't we?
Yeah, we stayed in a helicopter.
Skeg Vegas, mate. One of our very early videos, we slept in a helicopter. There's a place called RAF Wainfleet. Check it out. It's an old RAF base, isn't it? Small.
Yeah.
And they have an aeroplane and they have a helicopter, and they also have the old radio tower, and you can actually stay in that as well. It was a super old video on the channel. You'll have to go and check it out. But that's something cool that you can do. Probably not suitable for your van. There was a seal sanctuary as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was actually quite nice. They had a few seals in. They've got like a little hospital for seals that kind of wash up and a bit poorly, and that was quite nice to see them looking after them. I think it was actually a charity, so
yeah, go check out the seal sanctuary if you're going to Skegness.
Yeah,
depends on what you like. We're not really ones for going in all the arcades, and I don't know, we're not big enough, are we? We try to get a bit more substance out of our trips, I suppose. But
it was fun.
It depends what you like.
It was fun. Don't try too hard, guys, just be yourselves. Yeah, I think that's the main takeaway from it, is just enjoying ourselves and just doing the best we can.
We are having fun. We really have stressful times on it as well, though.
Yeah, if we've had a stressful time, and we've actually had, I think with the build-up of the wedding, we had a bit of a stressful time with that because it's been changed so many times, and having that and then working full-time, it kind of like got to us at one point, and we just kind of thought we need to take a step back and just if we're not enjoying it, we won't do it because
Yeah.
it's just not worth it.
We've got so many unaired vlogs that you will never see. So many failed attempts. We've tried to go to some places and film them 2 or 3 times, and we still haven't walked away with the vlog. The scooter adventure up on Mamtor, we did that twice before we actually got footage out of that. So the finished version that you see of that's our second go. We've got plenty of that, haven't we?
Yeah. Lou and Lol, thanks guys. Always try to throw a bit of history in our videos where we can. Well, they're better at us. Better at it than we are.
You're better than us. You're better than us. And it was cool. If you're not following Lou and Lol, go follow them. Go subscribe to their channel and check them out on Instagram as well, because they do organised walks, and they're pretty cool walks as well.
Yeah.
And they put together some like facts and some history for when you're actually on the walk.
Yeah, they're really.
So it's
really
kind of
down to earth pair.
It's like a live version of a video, isn't it?
Your videos are great. Thank you very much. I've seen the signs for that, but never been. So that's the Seal Sanctuary, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How much was it? It was only like £9 or something, wasn't it?
£8 or £9.
Yeah, go check it out. Honestly, it's worth it. It's a really nice place. Your money's going to a really good cause, and you get to see some pretty cool animals as well. Don't you?
Yeah. Right, I think that's.
Yeah, I think that is it. If you've got any like last minute questions, now's your chance to chuck them in, because we've gone mental with this, haven't we?
Yeah.
We thought this was going to take about 10 minutes, and we
It's
thought
gone way longer than we thought.
we thought maybe one person would join, and there's 17 of you, so like we're super chuffed with that. Yeah, if anyone's got any last minute questions for us, get them in the chat, because we're going to go in a minute. Let us know.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Everyone's going.
Yeah, no.
Let us know if you've enjoyed this as well.
I love you.
Obviously.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Got any more tattoos planned?
Oh, mate.
No, I think my last one was like before COVID.
That was back when we had money and stuff, wasn't it?
Before we started spending money on the channel.
Hayley's got more tattoos than I have. I think I got them first, didn't I? We just went through a bit of a phase.
Yeah.
So not yet would be the answer, but they're definitely going to be in the future, aren't they?
I don't know, maybe.
I probably will.
So good show, guys. Thanks.
Graham says, "When's your next vid out?"
Oh yeah, I saw that comment earlier.
Sorry,
forgot.
Graham. Yeah, so next video should actually now be out next week. If you missed it earlier, basically today should have been a video, but we just didn't have time fitting in going to Wales and me editing another video to get it out. So, plan is there'll be a brand new video for you next week. Be out on Sunday, about 6 o'clock.
Okay. Very enjoyable night from Mark Tyler. Sidewalker, Natasha. Know the feeling. Too many ideas, not enough money. Yeah.
All time. Mike Ramsey says, thinking of visiting the Cotswolds. I would like to go there actually. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. We've not been down there that much, have we?
No, I obviously deal with it at work a lot, but like I don't really know what is there other than like nice houses.
There's a lot of old architecture, isn't there? Really quaint, typical British villages. I think, but yeah, we've not really been there. Like we said earlier, we've not really done anything below us, have we?
No.
Anything below the Peak District, we haven't really done. We've
just been to London, and then like we caught the train to like Disneyland, didn't we? And that was pretty much the most of the south we've ever seen.
Yeah. Lou and Lowell, have you ever thought about doing a haunted location video, mate? I mean, kind of. So Halloween's coming up, and last year we kind of butchered our Halloween video. It was horrendous, wasn't it?
Was it that pumpkin?
It was fun. We went to a local place. We picked some pumpkins, and then we carved them in the back of the van.
Oh yeah.
Don't watch that video. It's bad. But we had fun. we were thinking of maybe doing something for Halloween, but we're not sure, are we?
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, some at Halloweeny, I can't. I think if it was like with someone else that was doing it, because I'm like a bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to like things like ghostly and in the
Massively.
dark.
I was thinking of maybe going to
Not a
is
cave.
it no, is it Eyam, the plague village
Oh yeah.
up in the Peak District? So there's a lot of dark history around there involving the plague. So
That's where it started.
well, no, there's like a big breakout there. I think it came.
Oh
it got-
yeah,
got
no,
brought up.
everyone like died there, didn't they? They had to like keep them all in the village.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit of dark history there. We might not do like a ghost video, but we might end up going that way. But yeah, let us know if you've got any more ideas for Halloween-based videos. Cause,
Lou and Lau are gonna take us on a haunted tour.
yeah, you're going to take us. If you're going to take us, we'll go. We'll do it.
Gemma says, "Where are you off to next?"
Well, for you guys on the channel, the next video that comes out will be our Wales trip. And like we said earlier, we've actually had 2 videos out of that trip. So the next 2 vlogs will likely be from Wales. And we've had a pretty amazing time. Can't wait to put those videos together. We've done some really unique activities. We've stayed in some really unique accommodations. We just had a cool time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Outside of that, we're not sure, are we?
I think potentially a little walk with Tom Topics, maybe next week.
Yeah, it might be doing,
hopefully.
might be maybe doing a collab. I'm also waiting on some permissions to film a certain thing as well. Not sure if I'm going to get those to go and film, but there's a specific video that we want to go and do out up in the Dark Peak area as well. That whole area is it's an SSSI, which stands for Site of Special Scientific Interest or
Yeah.
something along those lines. So it's pretty big on like wildlife. So we just got to be careful like where we film. But yeah, we're not sure entirely where our next one's going to be.
No, we should all get together for a haunted meetup.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready to go already.
Did this walk well worth it? Have you done Pendle Hill Walk? Great exercise, gorgeous views, spooky too. Love your videos and a lot of where you go. Keep it up, guys. No, we haven't been there, have we?
Pendle Hill.
That's like, that was on Most Haunted, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yvette Fielding.
Back in. Yeah, we've not been up there. Here, there's a lot of history there. We've seen other vloggers go up there. We watch one of the bigger UK urbex channels called Exploring with Fighters.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Exploring with Fighters. If you've not seen their channel, check that out.
Dan's like amazing. Like,
he's from Preston.
Yeah.
He's a UK based guy, and he does a lot of urbex sort of videos, exploring abandoned places, things like that. He's been up to
even
Pendle
goes
Hill.
in like mines and caves, doesn't he? And
Yeah,
visits.
does all the things that we wouldn't ever dare to do.
Maybe like back 8 years ago
Yeah.
we did.
But let us know if there's any sort of like abandoned places in the Peak District. Let's keep it on brand a little bit. Yeah, let us know if you want us to go and check any of those out.
Where are you based?
We are in the Peak District, mate. That's where we're based.
Oh, Pendle Hill would be awesome. Wish we hadn't said anything now. Lauren did used to be a paranormal investigator.
What?
So you never know.
What?
She got all the kit and everything.
She got like EMF detectors and
What was
some,
that?
I don't know, some weird detectors. Not one of them detectors. Yeah, let us know. Let's just glaze over that. Yeah, we're down for that. We'll come on that if you're doing it. We have one wildlife camera that sees in the dark. It's kind of a night vision camera. It's not really something you could vlog with.
The dog's gone up.
The dog's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might have to do a Halloween meetup now. We'll see. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I think we're going to scoot, guys. That was incredible. There's so many of you in the chat in the end. We honestly thought that we'd have about 2 people. So we definitely want to do something like this again, don't we?
Yeah.
Keep that community going and just get to chat with you guys, and you guys get to chat with us as well. We'll try and get a much better live stream setup than what we've currently got for next time as well, because it's a bit shoddy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bye bye, says G Lee.
Keep safe.
Yeah, we will. We will stay safe. Safety is a big concern for us most times, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're always falling over, though, aren't you?
No, I'm not. On slippy wood, maybe.
Take care. Do it again. Yeah.
Great to
See
see
you again. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you in the next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Just me, like.
See ya.